No,
Hi,
I'm stuck.
Bradford.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hi, Brad. Are you stuck
I'm stuck.
in Hawaii?
Stuck in. It's smoky here.
I don't see any smoke. I keep getting closer and I don't see anything.
Well, you can keep looking. There's smoke here.
I'm not discounting that. So, any plans for what's going on?
Well, we were supposed to fly out this evening at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Then that got canceled. Now I can't fly out till Sunday at
Oh,
7 p.m.
jeez Louise. Like, wow. Yeah, I mean, your vacay just got extended, kind of.
It was already too long.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm tired.
I mean, yeah, you've been, like, killing it out there, huh?
Well, this place gets expensive real fast.
You're not, I mean, I'm sure it does. I couldn't tell you.
And
Never been.
so I went to the corner store. I was out of coffee and like coffee creamer. I use, I don't know, like French vanilla coffee creamer. So
Fancy.
the French vanilla coffee creamer that's like about this big, I think
$7.
is 6.75.
I was shooting high. I was like, there's no way it's that high. Woo! Dang.
I got like 3 big bottles of water. Yeah, not even big, not like a gallon. Like I don't know. If I had one, I guess I'd hold it up. I got 3 of those, like the coffee creamer, 2 ginger ales,
Ginger ale, buddy.
2 ginger ales, and a Diet Dr Pepper. Oh, and 2 lime Doritos for Levi.
What's a Harito?
Mexican cola.
Oh, I don't know.
You've
I
never
don't
had
like.
Doritos?
No.
Oh man, they're awesome.
I doubt that they have them in Virginia.
Probably fair. Levi calls them his dessert drinks, and
Uh,
I think that was like over $40
Jesus Christ. I mean,
for
but
bait.
it's not. I mean, yes, it's expensive and it's Hawaii, but like the same thing could be said here. If we were to do the same thing here at the Wawa right across the street from me, I mean, it would be probably almost $30. It's crazy expensive. Everything is expensive.
It's
The
not as
shirt,
expensive
the
as here.
shirt, the shirt, probably $1.5 million in Hawaii.
If you would have won the lottery, it'd be 1.5 billion.
Dude, somebody in Florida, my man. I didn't win it. I was hoping that I would, but I didn't. $1.5 billion, man. I don't know if that's enough.
Probably would have been the end of Briggity Bro Bobs.
No, it would have been the beginning. Do you know what I would have done in the new house I would have set up? I would have sent you like $100,000 to set up a brand new studio. I would have like set up a crazy studio in my house, right? We would have merch. Like we would get like Hawaiian shirts with like Briggity Bro Bobs all over it.
Instead of flowers, it's urinized faces.
Exactly. See, there's not ending here just because I'm a billionaire. Then no way we could,
Well,
dude. I would pay for us to go all across the world to go and do runs. It would be amazing.
hopefully we wouldn't be stuck in Maui.
Well, true. I would have my own private helicopter to fly out to my private yacht. That would then fly, like, drive over to my private island that we could fly out in my private jet.
Well, what's amazing, so it's pretty dang smoky right now. It's been pretty windy this afternoon, so it hasn't been too bad. But people are just out here fucking living their best lives. Like nothing. It
Look,
like if I point in this direction, if
yeah,
like right over there, I would say 20, 25 miles on a road is Lehana, where the catastrophic fires were.
yeah.
Like so, just right over there, people are
I
straight
put right.
dying. And here,
I know
it's
people did die,
it's just like nothing happened. Like
but it's 25 miles. Brad, these people deal with like lava flows on a like regular basis.
no,
Yeah, in Hawaii,
No, not on
Every
Maui.
every day
No,
they have to
Jeremy.
jump over pools of lava. That's what I've been told.
Good Lord.
I wouldn't know. Like they have to have special cars so you can drive over the lava without having your like rubber tires burst into flames. Yeah, that's what I've been told. I don't know. I mean, I'm taking it from those who have been there.
Prove me wrong.
You prove me wrong. You show me that there's no lava. I want you to go all around Hawaii and staying away from the fires and show me that there's no lava.
Yep. Well, Jeremy, let's kick it off, man. What's
All
up,
right.
Jeremy?
Not a whole lot, Bradford. What's up, my dude?
Welcome to the Briggity Bro Bobs.
That's what we're doing.
All right. So, how's the last week of training going?
So if you remember last time, which was a week ago, we talked. I had just had a workout of 6 miles and my Achilles blew up on me. And I was trying to be good and I didn't run. And I was going to run on Monday, but then I forgot to take anything to run in and we were still down in the Outer Banks. Then I was going to run on Tuesday, but yet again, we were in Outer Banks and I didn't have anything to run in. So then I didn't run on that day. But today, Brad, I went out 3 whole miles. My Achilles hurt a little bit, but I can walk without limping, and it's a little sore.
Till
So I'll
tomorrow.
take off tomorrow. I'll take off tomorrow because I have to be at school really early anyway tomorrow, and then I'll go again on Friday and see how that goes. So I'm taking it easy, knowing that the 5K will put me in a deficit. I won't get the pink jersey, but guess what? It's about that marathon. I'll get you in the marathon, and then the 100 miler. I plan on going probably 5.5 hours. And I doubt that you'll be able to keep up. So, I mean, I'll be able to bank some time with those ultras.
Hold on, Jeremy.
Okay, Bradford.
Get the hell out of here. I don't understand. You think I'm just doing nothing? I'm trying to make a living here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Take that cookie. Get out of here. When we go bankrupt, it's going to be your fault. Jeez. Trying to make a career out of Briggity Bro Bobs, and she's just treating this like it's some part-time hobby.
Is she eating a cookie? That's not how you fuel the system.
We went to this place. Jeremy, listen to this cookie. It's called, I think it's called the Maui Cookie Lady. So we drove, I bet you we drove 45 minutes to just go get cookies from this place. And we've got a cookie. I think it's called a half baked. And so
Okay.
it's a chocolate chip cookie. And inside of said chocolate chip cookie is a full peanut butter cup, Reese's peanut butter cup, plus half of a Snickers, plus.
How big is this cookie? Jesus.
Oh my God, it's you can't take it in it like you can't just you got to nibble on it like you're a rat. And it's half a Snickers, and there's something else in there, another candy bar in there.
Was it
So,
good?
listen, the sacrifice I'm making for Brickety Bro Bob is no small feat when I just saw that thing.
That you couldn't eat it right now?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, going back on topic of my running about me for this week.
Back to you.
Back to me. Um, I'm not in a good place. I mean, it's been a struggle. Feeling a little defeated like I was last time, but I got a run in today, so I got 3 miles in the week. I think that arbitrary fitness score has like precipitously gone down. I think I'm back to like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, because it's actually indicative of where you are in your fitness journey.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yes.
Nothing.
You're starting over.
Oh my God, Cat, get out of the way. Jeez Louise. This is stupid. It just jumped. It's like,
Thank God it has a micro penis.
no, this is the new cat. She's a she.
Oh. Well,
This is Matilda.
Matilda.
She's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that goes with my running. I got 3 miles in this week.
So,
How about you,
so
Bradford?
since our last conversation, you've run once for 3 miles.
Yes, and my Achilles is still not good, so I'm still gonna have to take it back a little bit and maybe do every other day until it becomes like more betterer,
More better.
less worse.
It's a good idea. It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Look, that's part of like taking it back. Go slow. I've got to go slow. If you get injured, you got to go slow.
Well,
So,
we've got right now until the 5K, 38 days.
oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself in 38 days. I probably won't be able to even run a 5K in 38 days, Brad.
The good news is we have 318
Brad,
days until
what are you,
grandma's.
what are you doing, dude? This guy's just like your kids. 318 days is better. I think I can wrap my head around that. I think that the 5K is pretty much going to be a wash. I'll run it, but without any inclination as to race it, because I doubt my Achilles will be good by then. My Achilles, once it flares up, it's a long, hard endeavor getting back. Pat, stop it! Hey, get! How did you even get up here? You're too small. Go away. You're crazy. Go away, kitty. Crazy cats. All right,
Any other
Brad.
disruptions?
I'm sure that I'm gonna get. Well, Elliot's asleep, so that won't happen. Subscribe to Clover and Co. But I don't think there's gonna be any more disruptions outside of this damn cat. So
All
tell
right.
me about your running, Brad.
I think it's safe to say, for as bad as yours is, we've made every beginning rookie running mistake known to man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've head first into the deep end, and now we forgot we don't know how to swim.
I mean, I don't know how to swim. Do you remember the spring break where I had to tie the water jugs around my back with a guitar strap?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. It's pretty much every. I really didn't feel like I had rushed into it, but uh, back has just been killing me. And Kira and I went out on Sunday. I ran a full 8 miles,
Oh, that's a big
and
one.
at elevation, mind you, over
Yeah.
at like 6,500 feet of elevation, which was first time ever doing it. And then had like a mile cool down. This cat is completely disruptive.
Just counting that. This cat's an asshole.
We had like a mile walk back as a cool down after Kira finished her run.
Yeah.
And
How far did you go?
I don't
Beast
know, she
mode.
ran 80 minutes. No,
Like
like
10?
9.5 maybe.
No, that's legit. At elevation, she's probably going to go back to Ohio and just be like, look at me now. 5 flat pace for 16 miles.
Well, we've got to get back there. Right now, we're becoming residents of Maui.
That's true. I
So,
mean, when can you take up residency? Like, you've lived there long enough. Have you gotten mail? Like, all it takes is one piece of mail, right?
that's right. So we did that. I didn't feel good that day. Took Sunday off like I was normally going to do. Tried to run Monday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, tried to run Monday, and I was going to do a step down. 10-minute, 9:30, 8:30, and see what I had left for 5 miles.
Yeah.
And ran my first mile 9:45. And man, I was huffing and puffing like I'd never, like it was my first time running. And so I just absolutely like I was just like, fuck, like I can't do it. And so I was about to turn around and walk back home. And where I stopped was right on a hill. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just turn this into a hill workout. I'll do 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute running up the hill. I'll walk down. Like it's long enough that I can probably get in 8 to 10 of those. I did 1 minute up, and holy shit, I thought I was gonna die, and I was like, that did not end well. I walked down the minute, and I was like, I can do another one. Started the run up. I made it 30 seconds, so I turned the rest of the 1 minutes into 30 seconds, and then there was like old lady Maui native power walkers out here, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You didn't even get to the." They were heckling me. You didn't even get to the top of the hill. The hard part's at the top of the hill.
Oh,
So,
Brad.
so I did a mile of running for 30 seconds up a hill, 1 minute recoveries. That took me a while, and then that was it. That was it. I figured if that workout was that bad, there's no need to run on Tuesday. Like just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And so, and then today, this morning, just smoky. No chance of running here this morning. We'll see
Yeah.
what this evening looks like. So,
Um, are you guys still hiking a whole shit ton this like during this time?
no, Jesus, I'm afraid I might get caught in a wildfire.
I'm
That
not
might be the
talking
end of
about with the
Briggity Bro
fire.
Bobs.
I'm not talking about with the fire, Brad. I'm talking about like was the when did the fire start? So I don't even know.
Last night was the worst of it.
But when did it start? That did not tell me when it started.
No, it did. It told you when it was the worst of it.
That didn't tell me the question. That did not answer the question.
Um, there's been like some sporadic wildfires throughout. Like the humidity has been under 10%. And then I think like yesterday around 4 was really when it started. There was 60-mile-an-hour winds, and I
Yeah, that's
think
what I
that
heard. It's crazy.
blew down a power line, and that sparked the wildfire.
Are you
So,
scared, Bradford? I'd be a little nervous.
mm,
Maybe not
well, I'd
scared,
like
but
to get off the island. They've been saying it's taking over 4 hours to get to the airport, which is 30 miles from here.
Brad sounds like a really good training run.
Yeah, yeah. They've evacuated last night or this morning. They evacuated about a mile down the road.
Yeah.
So seems okay though. Fingers crossed.
I mean, fingers crossed, toes crossed.
So you asked, my training's been going like absolute shit.
Yeah, but you've been able to do something, unlike me.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with Saturday's run, uh, just because it was fun. Um, and
That's
then
number one, Brad.
Monday was just, I mean, as bad it can get, which is fine. Took yesterday off as precautionary measure, and we'll see how the rest of the week goes.
Yeah. My run today wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I averaged like in the low 140s, I think, heart rate. I think it was low
That's good.
140. Did 3 miles. I like there were actual stretches where I didn't even notice my Achilles, but for the most part, I haven't noticed it the entire way.
And have you been stretching? Have you been doing anything to help
Stretching,
your Achilles?
yeah. Like so, I've been stretching, but not too much because apparently stretching the Achilles is when it's inflamed like that isn't going to do anything. Um, but there's a couple of exercises more like toe raises. I don't know what that does, but I've watched a number of videos to help get rid of like Achilles tendonitis, not get rid of it, but like deal with it. And toe raises like for extended periods of time, like go up for 45 seconds and then come back down and do it again and again. Just stuff like that that I've been doing constantly to try to help. I mean, it's not terrible. I think I could run tomorrow, but I'm not going to. No need to rush it.
Well, last week we ended with our top 5 running tips.
We did.
Coming back off an extended period of time, brand new to running, just all around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running tips.
Yeah, because you wanted originally to go backwards,
Yeah, yeah,
but we went top down.
it didn't make sense
Maybe for
because I like
you,
to be able to refer back to number 1.
and you did. And number one is to have fun, and that's what you did on your long run. So
Yep. So today is 6 through 10.
that would be the remaining 10 or
So
5.
do you have your notes, notepad in hand? Well,
I
kick it
like to
off,
write
Jeremy.
things. I like to write things down, Brad. Like like this. I take my
Well,
pencil and I put it to
I write
paper.
down on my iPad.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's not writing it down. That's being ridiculous. This is like this
But I use
tangible.
I use a pen.
It's not the same thing. Look, I have an actual pencil here.
All
Anyway,
right,
so
get it. Moving on. 6.
starting with number 6, I think you kind of addressed it, but it's all the ancillary stuff. It's the stuff that I've been doing for my Achilles. That's what I do, all that stuff. So that
As I say,
means,
doing all the small things, Jeremy.
yeah, that's what I said that you said.
I know.
That I said that I'm now. I look, our lists are going to probably overlap a bit.
I would
So
imagine.
yeah, this is where we're overlapping the ancillary stuff. This includes the stretching, the drills. Like, do your drills, dudes and dudettes, right?
It's bros and broettes.
Bros and broettes. Let's get our drills done. Do your high
All right.
knees, do your front kicks, do your karaoke, do
A
your leg
skips, B
swings.
skips.
Yes, yes. Do it
Okay.
all. Okay. Let's see what else. Eat. You have to eat. So, like some people, look, like I said, some people are all in. They go, okay, I'm going to run to lose weight. I'm not going to eat because eating is calories, and I need to lose weight, so I'm not going to eat as much as I need to. When you're working out, you're burning calories. You need to replace those calories. Just make sure that they're good calories. Don't go out and have a 4 pound cookie, right? Don't do that. That's not ideal, Bradford.
Go away, Kira.
Um, Rest. Take your days off, right?
This
That's
is
part of
all
it.
number 6?
Ancillary stuff
Jesus,
and
Jeremy.
cross training and lifting. Like,
These are that's like I think you've gone 6 through 10 right there.
no, I have more. That's just one. That's number 6. Do all of that stuff. All that
Okay.
stuff is going to help you. Look, if you get strong upper body, your upper body carries your lower body when you get tired, right? That's just what happens.
No. No.
Yes, not literally,
If you're
but
going to run in a handstand, then sure, I'd agree
not
with
literally.
you.
Brad, you know what I'm talking about. Not literally. When you're tired and you need
Hmm.
your arms, do those things.
Well, so to chime in, you know what I really like about the eating portion
What?
is that in particular, if you're training for big races, is that you need to treat your quality runs, whether it's your long run for the marathon or it's say like a speed workout if you're running 1500s or a 5K, that you treat that like an actual race. So fuel the day before the same way you would fuel for a race. Like, like treat your big days like races. So, and
Treat
it's,
your
yeah, that's right. So I think it's super important in particular as you're getting ready for a marathon that you're treating those big days super important with how you're fueling the day before because it's all litmus tests for then what race day is like. And I can't tell you how many times that I've said, well, like losing weight's more important than fueling for this run, and then you end up getting, like a quarter of the way through your long run instead of 100% of the way through because you have a calorie bonk. Like there's just
you love those bonks, Brad.
oh man, king of the bonk.
And look, ideally, if you're going to do it right, the only way to properly fuel the day before is to go to Olive Garden. So, Olive Garden, if you're listening to this, I mean, it's sponsorship. Hey,
I was telling Kira, so like the best meal ever. I'm a huge Olive Garden fan, and I love their breadsticks, but their breadsticks are far inferior to, um, man, I'm drawing a Fazoli's breadsticks.
Fazoli's.
Fazoli's greasy, buttery, garlicky butter
Yeah.
sticks are
Butter.
100 times better
Is
than
there even
Olive Garden.
Fazoli's?
There, we have a Fazoli's down the road from us.
Do you? Like, the one that was down here, right by my house, because they had them here too, in Virginia. It closed shop a number of years ago. I always
Them and
wanted to
Long
take
John
80.
Silver's.
Oh, Long John Silver's is long gone too.
Yeah.
The crumbs. You gotta have a snack
So,
of
well,
crumbs.
you're going way off on a tangent here. So the
Sorry.
ultimate pre-race meal would be to walk into Olive Garden with your own breadsticks from Fazoli's.
Yeah, I think we could pull that off. Like I said, there's no Fazoli's around me, so maybe when you come to visit me, you bring them in like one of those like uh, bags
My
that have
bag is
heat.
just dripping grease.
No, but they have the silver lining on the inside to keep
Yeah,
it hot. That's what we need to have done.
like I'm an Uber Eats driver.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you're going to be flying in, so I mean, it won't take as long as driving, so we're good.
I'm hoping I'm back in Ohio by the time for the race.
Well, dude, if you're still in Hawaii in 38 days,
Can you imagine I
that's
got to
a
fly
problem.
from Maui to, to Norfolk.
No, that sounds awful.
All right, let's get to my number 6. We're gonna be here all damn night.
Go to your number six,
I've
Brad.
got number 6. No one size fits all. So you need something that's specific to you and your background. So
What
I
the
think
hell does
I'm
that? What are you talking about? No one size fits all for what?
for a training plan.
But you
So
just said don't have a plan. You said
I
last time don't have a plan.
I never none of my top 5 is don't have a plan.
You did. You said don't hold yourself to a plan. Now you're saying you have to find a plan that fits you.
So my point is, you can't just go and buy something off the shelf, and say, well, this running plan is going to work for me. So it has no history of like your background, if you're speed related or endurance related, what your overall goals are, how you have to manipulate on a daily basis, or even what your sports background is.
So you can get one of those guys and just modify it, right?
Yeah, but what if
That's
you don't know anything about running?
Then how are you ever going to have a plan anyway? Are you just going to have to go hire Brad Hudson?
The Briggity Bro Bobs.
I mean, yes. Like if you don't know anything about running and you want to have a plan, but it doesn't fit, like find something that you feel could fit and then modify. Right? Don't be like again. Don't be stuck in what it says. Be fluid and be able to like change it.
You've got a
Change
lot
it.
of like Broadway hand motions in talking
Spirit
here of late.
fingers. Spirit fingers. Right? So I think it's not a bad idea. Like, shit, I've used the 80-20. Isn't that Brad Hudson?
No,
Who wrote that?
Fitzgerald.
That's it, Fitzgerald. I knew it was a Brad. It was
It's
a
not
Brad.
Brad Fitzgerald. It's
What is it?
I don't
Are
know
you sure?
what it's
I,
Fitzgerald. Yeah.
well, okay, anyway. So I don't care. Look, I made a mistake, but I'm telling you, you can do like the 80-20. You could do the couch to 5K. You could do go to McMillan and look at those. You could just type in like Runner's World probably has 1.5 million little programs that you could find that might suit you and kind of
So
cobble
you're
them together.
so you're saying that sounds difficult. So you're saying somebody's brand new to running, never run before, couch to 5K.
So
You're
why
gonna
do
put
you
them.
have this in
Oh,
your top
you're gonna
10?
put them. You're gonna put them on an 80-20 plan where they're doing speed work 20% of the time.
Brett, have you not looked at the plan? It doesn't start off with speed work. It starts off with like 3 days a week of like 20 to 30 minutes of running. So then if you're doing that, you can still do your run walk of a minute and walk like run a minute, walk 2 minutes or whatever it may be to get to 30 minutes and build from there. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
Talking out two sides of your mouth over there. Don't have a plan, but have a plan. But make sure that it fits you, but you don't know what you're doing. So how is that even going to work? Brad, this is the worst. This doesn't even belong on the list. So it's your number 7. Let's get away from this. This is ridiculous.
Well, now I've got to figure out Matt Fitzgerald.
Matt, not Brad. See, it's close. They sound the same. They
Yeah.
sound exactly.
Okay.
They sound exactly alike if you say it like they do.
So
Brad.
that was okay. Number 7, I've got get fitted for shoes.
Okay, so we've already talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think getting fitted for shoes is important to keep you healthy.
Yeah,
Right?
and I mean,
You're
I
out
think
there.
in fairness, like where you put it on the pecking order and barely addressed it, mine is much more applicable at number 7. And the point that I said, get fitted because of pronation,
I,
like
look,
whatever issues that you have, you're just willy nilly sending them out to.
I'm all for getting fitted for shoes because that's what I did for a number of years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Is did that for people, but I also don't want
And
them
now
to
it seems
feel
like you're a hater.
the
Now it
hurdle.
seems like you're
What
a
happens
hater.
if they live in a place that there are no running shops? Going and just getting a pair of running shoes is fine to start, and then you start figuring out what works. Right? If you get into it, and then you can go and drive an hour and a half to a running shop if you have to. Right? Not everybody lives next to 16 of them like you do, Bradford.
By the way, on Maui, for such an active area this is, one running store, and they only sell Ultra.
Well, see, that doesn't sound like it would be very good for them, for the people who are trying to run in Hawaii.
Nope.
So So yours is the get fit for shoes, and I agree. It's important. I have a little more important than you have it, but that's okay. So I'll go with my number 7. Set goals. Goals are
Ooh,
awesome.
ooh.
Goals are awesome. Whatever that goal may mean, it may mean that your ultimate goal to start by the third week is to be able to run for 10 minutes straight. That's awesome because what happens is when you meet that goal, that's that little oomph, right? That's that push to keep you going, right? It's those things that you can set and achieve that keep you motivated and positive and allow you to have fun, right? When you achieve something, you're having fun. Okay, I ran 10 minutes this week. Next week, let's try for 11 and a half. We'll see if we get there, right? But set goals. They give you something to work toward. It could be done doing a 5K in a couple of months or running 5 minutes at a time. Like I said, whatever it may be, but goals are awesome.
And what happens when you meet that goal?
What do you mean? Then you set a new goal.
So it's
Goals are
just constant. It's not habit changing. It's just
it is habit changing because you're setting goals. Those goals could be, okay, let me get to my 5K. Okay, I've run my 5K. What can I do better now to run a faster 5K? And that means going and eating better, or that means doing my drills, or that means going and doing like cross training. That could be your next goal. It doesn't have to be like a time or a distance oriented something. It could be a complete like 180 on what you're doing with your life, right? It could be like I want to get swole. I want my breasts to look huge. I want these jammy jams, my man boobs, to look like they're buff and
your
not be jiggling
moves.
everywhere. Yes. So that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be running oriented. Like a goal is a goal is a goal. If that means that like you want to also be able to do 50 push-ups without stopping, awesome. Let's work toward that. Um, Goals are good. Goals are great. Goals are
Holy
awesome.
moly, it's windy here.
I can hear that.
So I've got
No,
we're
you're
on
not going to give any feedback on goals, huh? It's a good because it's a good idea.
that's all
That's
right.
good. That's all right. It's the best one yet, I think.
Then why did you put it as number one?
Because I wasn't thinking like that. It could be. I should be number 2. It should be number 1. No, you just need to get out and do it, and then you set a goal.
Okay.
Okay,
I've got incorporate hills if you can.
I think that's a good goal if you can.
It's not a goal.
If you can,
So,
like,
so
so look.
I think having hills is super important in particular not only for like advanced runners but beginning runners as well to be able to reduce the impact on a like running on hills reduces the impact on your legs and while getting you stronger.
It does. Um, and flatlanders like me, there are ways to get hills. Go find a
Like
little
what?
overpass. Go find an overpass and do hills over an overpass. When I worked in Norfolk, we would run like it was a 2.5 mile warm up. So we'd run over to this bridge and we would do like it was a half mile, almost exactly half mile to go from one side of the bridge to the next. And we would do like 8 to 10 of those. And that was where we got our hills in because around here there are none. Like you see my
Parking
run, right?
garages.
You could do parking garages. I don't like parking garages though, but you could do it. I just don't trust people because I always find that people in parking garages drive like maniacs.
I'm just
So
saying where there's a will there's a way.
there is a way. Parking garages are a good opportunity if you can find one that's not like crazy busy. But or go find an overpass or a bridge or something and run over that bad boy a couple times.
There
Done.
you
Yeah. All right. So am I going to number 8 now, or are you going to number 8?
go. You go to 8.
I'll go number 8. So this kind of ties in with your have fun, and mine is to explore, to go out and explore on your runs. So just because you've lived in an area your whole life doesn't mean that there are not parts that you don't know. Go and find trails that are near you, or go find a cool neighborhood that you've not run through or been in before, and go and just run through it and see what's going on there. I always have the best time when I go and find new trails or go through neighborhoods. It gets to be pretty boring when you do the same exact course over and over and over and over and over and over again, like I'm doing right now around my neighborhood. But it's just because I don't want to drive. But go find places to explore. It helps keep it fun. And again, you can maybe find some new runners out there. You see somebody running down the street that you're running down, and be like, hey, you dude or lady, you want to run together? And you
Bro.
and you make friends. Your chair is moving behind you. So explore. That's my number 8. Go and explore.
I think I already did number 8. Yeah, that was my hills.
I thought that was your number 7. Well,
No,
it
number
doesn't matter.
7 was
All right.
shoes.
So go to number. I go number 9 then.
Yep.
All right. Keep track of what you're doing. If you want to do it in notebook and write down what you've done, to keep track, and that helps. That kind of ties into
Preach.
your goals.
Preach.
That ties into your goals. You don't have to go out and buy the brand new like Garmin watch. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Go and say, hey, find yourself a little journal that you can get at the dollar store and just start there and say, hey, today I ran for 25 minutes and I felt awesome. And talk about what made you feel awesome that day. And you can keep tabs of what you eat and what exercises you do. Like
So
keeping track of all that stuff is important.
so if you're keeping track of that, what's more important, time on your feet or mileage per week?
To start, I would say time on feet. I think once you get a little bit more in, you know, I guess less new. I'm tired. Less new into the world of running. Like mileage counts, but I mean time on feet. I mean it's gonna build up regardless. So if your
Hold
time
on.
on feet,
Hold on, Jeremy. Sorry, bud.
you're good, man. Oh, you're gonna get a sunburned head, Brad.
It's bad out here.
Do you need to take it inside?
Nope. Not with those maniacs in there.
So keeping, I'll just keep on talking while you're doing what you're doing. So, keeping track of what you're doing will actually help you actualize and visualize what it is that you're actually doing. Uh,
Actualize.
yeah, actualize. Like if you set a goal, you can actualize it by seeing what it's happening. Don't. It's a word, Brad. It works. And visualize all the stuff, and you can see the progress. Like it can be, man. Like 4 weeks ago, I couldn't even run 10 minutes, and look at me now. I'm out to 25 minutes without stopping. That's awesome.
And so you think starting out time on your feet is more important than mileage?
Absolutely. That's where
So
we
have you
started.
so have you looked back at like your recovery weeks versus your on weeks? How much time has been involved in those weeks?
Yeah. So when we started running, Brad, I was running for 20 minutes. I wasn't running for distance, right?
Right?
So all of the stuff that I was doing, it was like 2.7 miles or 3.3 or whatever it may be. It didn't matter. I didn't look at my watch for that. I set it just for
Mm-hmm.
time so that
Yeah.
I could make sure that I get out there and get the time in. The distance will come when you get fitter. Like that happens, but eventually you'll transition over to doing more distance, especially like if you're going longer. Like time still works for a 5K. Say, okay, I'm going to go out and run 30 minutes and I'm going to run, a tempo for 30 minutes. That's fine. But if you're doing longer distances, you need to make sure you hit a specific, I would say, to do a good job, a threshold of mileage in order to
So have you
do okay.
monitored your off weeks that you're running for less time?
Yeah, when I was doing it by time, now I'm doing it by miles
Mm.
because
So have you gone back and looked?
I progressed so fast that I
Uh-huh.
was like, I can't do time anymore. It's too big of a number,
Well, I just went
right?
back through some of my weeks and like my on weeks were the exact same time on my feet as my off weeks.
Huh? I haven't really looked at it like that. I guess I should. Maybe I will. But I would say that I'm going to have more time on feet on my on weeks than I will my off weeks just because of mileage. If I'm staying the same
I would
pace,
I
if
was
I'm
thinking
staying
the
the
same thing.
if I'm staying the same pace but running 6 fewer miles, then I should be on my feet less.
What if you run those miles slower?
Then I'll be on my feet more, but I'm not running them slower. It's not how I roll. I have one pace,
Hmm.
Brad.
Okay.
9:15. 9:15 right now. I can't get out of 9:15 pace.
All right. I've got my number 9 that
Yeah.
you don't need to run on a track.
Oh,
So
for sure. Yeah.
there's next to no reason unless you're running track races to ever run on a track.
I 100% agree. I would say that most people wouldn't find themselves on a track. I don't know though. I've seen plenty of people go out and run around the track starting on lane 8
I know.
and then go back around lane 7, lane 6. I mean, if that's what you have, I mean, if you enjoy that, I don't know. I guess it's cool. You do
I
you.
just I don't think it's necessary. It's not specific to the training, like to inevitably what your goals are going to be, unless you're running a track race, and then it can lead to all sorts of deficiencies when you're
Yeah.
running in the same direction nonstop over and over and over and over and over again, even if it's the late eight.
Yeah, so like I find the same thing going on with my running on the roads because I always again run on the against traffic people if you can't if you're running on the roads and it's a busy busy road, run against traffic. But if I know that the road isn't very busy, I try to run on the opposite side because if you're running on a road it's cambered, so you're kind of like off a little bit, so that definitely can throw you for a loop. And I think that's part of the issue that I have right now with my Achilles too, is that I'm running all my runs are on the same side of the road.
All right,
And I ran in Kinvaras, which are a lower profile shoe, to run faster instead of my big old huge shoes. My
good.
my Hokas.
Your boots.
My Hokas. Come on, boots. Who runs in boots? I mean, some people do.
And
Um,
I've got number 10.
yeah,
Just keep just keep showing up.
that's kind of like my number one.
I know, but it shows how drastically different your and I thought process is, that you have it
But
at
you,
1 and I have it at
but
10.
you also acknowledge that my number one was pretty good.
Yours was just start.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, just keep going. Just keep
Well,
swimming.
just
Isn't
keep
that
showing
from the
up. So,
lingo?
like, if you've had 2 days off, if you've had a week off, that's fine. Just show up the next time.
But the thing is, you can't expect that you're gonna if you took a week off. I mean, you can't expect that you're gonna be able to come back out and it's gonna feel like the same because it's not, and it's mentally not the same too. Today, I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like
Mm.
it felt like I wasn't having fun. I was doing it because I felt obligated to do it, but I wanted to do it because I felt like I was just everything was all of my fitness was slipping through my fingers.
Have you noticed on these days off now, in particular, like you've just started to get in some routine and consistency of running, that a day off feels like it's been 5 days?
Oh, 100%. And I feel like there's a definite like mental thing that goes on too. Like I'm a little more like catty when I'm not run like when I didn't run that day. I think it's because again I feel like I'm not doing what I should. But like taking days off, we know is a good thing. Um,
It just feels like those days last forever. It
they
feels like
do.
your last run was a week ago if it was
It,
just one day off.
yeah. Well, and that's because I mean yeah, because usually my runs are done by like 7 o'clock in the morning. So if I take a day off, like that whole day was gone. I didn't run that whole day because I was going to run the next morning, and then I didn't run the next morning. Like it's just it feels like 6 days.
Wow.
Not just five, six. It's bigger.
Wow.
It's bigger, Brad.
Space time continuum.
Well, yeah, bigger.
This is like
All right,
a scene from Interstellar where
dude. I haven't seen that movie in ages. I keep seeing it everywhere, though.
it's a really good
Everywhere.
movie.
I know. I guess I should watch it again. I can probably find it on DVD. I've been buying a lot of DVDs. I don't know if I've told you that. I just want to have like physical media. I just want to have it.
Do you on them and
What?
wipe them off?
No, I don't do that. No, I don't have to. They're perfectly pristine. They're except for now that Elliot gets his grubby paws all over him.
Do you buy them at Walmart in that big bin?
No, I have a favorite store. It's called Second and Charles. It's a national chain. You might have heard of it. Um, and they have second. I don't want to buy anything. I don't buy anything new anymore. So I go to these second like to Second and Charles and get it all secondhand. Um, so I've amassed a pretty solid collection of DVDs.
Good.
Yeah. All
Good
right. So
story.
on to my number 10. It kind of like segues into my number 10.
Let's do it.
This is just for fun, right? If you find that you're lacking motivation, if you find that your mind wanders and you don't like where it goes, like make a playlist. Like sometimes I haven't recently been listening to music or podcasts, but sometimes I do. And just to have like those go to on those days where you're just like struggling to find motivation, maybe you want to listen to that music, or maybe you want to listen to that episode of your podcast, and you can do it while you're being active. So that's just a cool little hint. Like have something that you can jam to or zone out to and listen to, and it makes the miles go by a little bit quicker.
I like that. I'll throw in one bonus. I'll give you an opportunity for one
Oh Jesus
bonus
Christ!
round here as
You
well.
didn't tell me that we were going to have a bonus.
I don't have it written down. I don't have it
Okay,
written
fine.
down.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Just a little bonus here.
Okay.
That sometimes just getting out the door, like don't judge your run off of how you feel walking out the door or how you feel in the first like quarter of what you're trying to do. Like give it a little time. So sometimes I can't tell you how many times I've gone out and just felt like an absolute asshole for the first 10 minutes. And I say, like, I'm just going to bag this. And boom, all of a sudden, something flips and you feel amazing.
That's exactly right. Brad, that's a wonderful one. You're perfectly right. Like it happens more frequently than I want to admit, than I care to admit. Like some days I just don't want to do it. I'll get pissed off. I'm trying to listen to music and my earbuds won't pair, and I'm getting pissy, and I'm like, I don't even want to do it anymore. And I go out and I just get a run in, and I'm kind of angry for the first 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm like, huh, this is pretty nice.
Great
I
day.
might just keep on doing this. Listen to those birdies. Look at that cute little squirrels scurrying around. That's cool. So
See?
yeah, that's a great one. I don't know. Do I have another one? Get fun socks. Get a good pair of socks. Good socks. They don't have to be fun, but good socks. Right? Good shoes work, but good socks make the good shoes work better.
So what are your favorite socks?
Brad, you don't like them, but I like Stance. They fit my feet well.
Trash.
They're not trash.
Those are trash. Those are trendy turd trashes.
I don't care about being trendy. I'll be trendy. I enjoy the socks that I have, Bradford. But look, I've got a number of features. I've got some Brooks socks. I've got all kinds. I've got Belega. I've got like all of the good stuff.
Belega are the worst.
They're not the worst. They have some
They
really thin
really
socks
are.
that work with my fat feet when I try to shove them into like these fast, like go fast shoes.
So are you a thick sock boy?
It
You look
depends on
like
the
a
day.
thick sock boy.
I'm just a thick boy in general. No, it depends on the day. I don't generally like thick socks. I like a middleweight sock, a medium weight. Um, in the wintertime, I do prefer to have like quarter socks and not no shows. Keeps my ankles nice and warm. Why do you mean that? But yeah, get some good socks. Like again, eventually if you stick with it, you'll get some decent running gear. I can't tell you. You mentioned having that nice Rabbit running top.
Oh
I
yeah.
have not bought anything from Rabbit that's not on sale. Like I find all kinds of I find all kinds of shit on sale. Like they have Rabbit has this, get a mystery box. You don't know what you're getting, but you pay $50 and you get 2 items. And usually Brad, running shorts can get expensive. At $50, the shit is wrong with you. Anyway. Running shorts, I mean, often, and the Rabbit ones, you go on their website and they're like $65. I'm not spending $65. Fucking hell. The last like mystery box thing I got from them, I got a nice little like rain jacket.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
And an awesome pair of shorts. My favorite pair of shorts I own. And it was $50.
That's dope.
But I didn't know what I was getting, so you kind of run the gamut with that one. You could get
run the gambit.
Yeah. Maybe our next episode we should just grunt at each other. So yeah, I buy stuff, but I don't ever buy anything on full price. I want to get some what Tracksmith, but
those are nice.
I don't know. I have not found anything that's in my budget.
I don't think it's like the best stuff, but it's nice.
What is the best stuff? See, let's wait. Like Brad, we can save that for another day. That's another. Mm.
Good call. Good
Mm.
call.
See, I've
That'll
got
be
ideas.
next episode, episode 7.
We can do that. We can
This
talk
is
about like
episode 6, Jeremy.
that's crazy. It's been 6 weeks that we've been doing this
You know
straight.
what? You know what I'm really proud of.
What's that, Brad?
We've not missed. We've moved one recording day. We've published everyone on the same day.
Well, I can't say that we have. You have done that, Brad. So I appreciate you
Like
in that regard.
we're really on a roll with that.
I think we are. I think it's just like running. We get into a rhythm and a routine, and we just make sure that happens.
Well, all right, Jeremy. Catch you later, bud.
All right, Bradford. See you
See you,
next time.
dude.
Later, bro.